Hey guys, it's Kevin again from MixCoach. Now over the next 3 tutorials, I'm going to show you 3 things that you can do to a snare drum to really liven it up. Now there's nothing wrong with the snare drum that you're about to hear, and so the example I'm giving you would be, I'll give you a scenario for each example. Okay, just a preliminary, I've got Stylus RMX set up, and I've got a Tambourine track pulled up. So I've got various tambourines across one MIDI track. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight this track. I'm going to open Audio Suite, and I'm going to open Massey Dirt. I'm going to analyze the signal, and I'm going to take this one and mind the gap, as they say in the video. I'm not going to be super accurate here, but I don't want to pick up a lot of in-between notes because he's playing a lot of ghost notes. And then what I'm going to do is I happen to know that the tambourine I want is on E flat 3. Now you can't do this with the free version. Let's see, D sharp 3 is what it would be, I guess. Okay, you can't do this with the free version. It'll always export to C1, but that's cool. You can just change it after you get it put back in this section. I'm just going to drag this over here, and I'm going to create a new track that starts at the session start, and it's going to create a brand new MIDI track. Now I'm going to take the output of the MIDI track and go to Stylus RMX channel output 1. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and solo it since I've got everything else soloed. So now I'm going to mute this, and we'll listen and see what's happened here. This is a tambourine track. Okay, it didn't get all the ghost notes and stuff, and I'm going to mute this and let you hear it with the snare. Now, here's a scenario of how I would use this. Let's just say that your snare, you've added a lot of top end to your snare, but you want to stop adding top end to your snare. You feel like it's getting thin sounding, but there's still something missing on the top end. This is a perfect example of when to trigger a snare. Now, in rock and roll songs like this, where they're pretty much wearing out the snare and they never go to a side stick, it's a perfect example to use it. If you're mixing country where they go between side stick a lot and snare drum, you might just want to use it on the chorus or on the section that they're using the snare drum on. But I want you to hear the difference that this makes. I'm going to pull the instrument track, so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to pull the instrument track down and just hear the snare without the tambourine. That's without it. I'm going to add it to it now. That's with it, and I'm going to mute it now that you hear it. Okay, so that's one little trick that you can use to brighten up a snare without actually brightening it up. If you use a bright tambourine track, or really any tambourine track, because tambourine is all top end. So that's one way that you can EQ your snare with a trigger other than EQing it. So tune in tomorrow, and I'm going to show you how you can take a snare and really trash it by adding another triggered instrument to it. So see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.